Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 7 of the Daily Friday Podcast. Give it up. We made it to episode 7. It is Friday, August 29th, and it is Labor Day freaking weekend. All right, is everybody ready to have the best Labor Day weekend of your entire life? Kate?
Yeah.
Are you fired the fuck up?
I am fired the fuck up.
What are you doing for Labor Day weekend? Are you going to labor?
Or
not labor?
I might labor a little.
Okay.
I got a little bit of work
Always
to do.
laboring, ladies who labor.
Ladies who labor. But I'm going to the beach.
Wow.
Gonna visit my grandma at the beach.
Wow, your grandma lives at the beach.
Yeah, she lives in Orange County.
Okay, cool.
Don't go find my grandma. But so I'm gonna go hang out with her. And
What do you do with your grandma?
we just
chill.
kind of vibe.
Just chat.
Yeah, she's got a nice patio, which I've mentioned I love, and she lives near the beach, so I'm gonna go hang out at the beach too.
I tried to get into Mahjong with Nicole
Ooh.
one summer to play with my grandma. It is a very complicated game.
Yeah,
It is very, very complicated.
I want to be one of those ladies that plays games.
Yeah.
In my old age, I play a lot of games
if I
now.
was in
but
like a retirement home, I would be like a games guy.
yeah, that's how I'm gonna be for sure.
Sure.
So I'm just trying to get there, but
Just trying to get there step by step.
Yeah, but there are some games that like over my head.
Yeah.
A little over my head. But,
No, I get that.
But yeah, what are you doing for Labor Day weekend?
I'm not doing much. I'm going to be watching some college football. I'm going to be hanging. We're recording this Wednesday. I'm probably going to be counting my fucking millions because I bought a lottery ticket today.
You sure will.
The Powerball lottery is up to $850 million. That's the 7th largest in history. What would you do if you won $850 million?
Probably pay off my student loans.
Okay. So that's all of it. That's all the money.
Yeah.
With interest? Yeah, you're out.
And then I don't know what I'd do.
I know, I feel like I would, well, first of all, I would buy a Dollarita for everybody in the entire fucking country.
Aw.
With tax and tip. That's probably about 400 million. Yeah. No, but I want to say I would do something cool. I would probably have a big party, buy a house, buy a nicer car, and save the rest and invest it. That's kind of lame, though.
That's responsible.
Yeah. Something like 30% of lottery winners go bankrupt, which is crazy.
I've read that.
I was looking up what lottery winners have spent their money on. Someone built a water park. Someone created a dessert truck. Smart. Someone started politically lobbying, which I'm I don't think that's enough money to change anything in the world, which is kind of sad. So I'll probably be rich. If we're recording this on Wednesday, by Friday, I will be a quadruple millionaire. Quadruple is the wrong word, but I think that's more than enough banter, folks. We have a very crowded show for you today. We are super excited. We have an amazing guest. My boy Billy Langdon stopped by. We talked about 2 of the biggest stories to hit the waves this week, but we also got some big stories to talk about, and we got some kind of wild headlines at the end of the show. We're going to send you off into the weekend the right way. All right, let's go into our top stories for the week. One thing that we like to do in the newsletter and that I thought I'd bring to the podcast is every time we send out an email, we say top 5 things you need to know. All right, so these are 5 things that you need to know going into the weekend, our 5 biggest stories. Number 1 story. How can we not cover this one, right? A famous person in their mid-30s has been experiencing a lot of heartbreak for years. Finally, after much frustration, achieved a historic event. Tommy Fleetwood has won his first PGA Tour win after 10 years. So give it up for Tommy. Nah, I'm just goofing. That's a bit of a bit that I prepared. Of course, we're going to talk about fucking Taylor Swift getting engaged to Travis Kelce. Kate, how excited are you?
I'm excited, I think. I haven't really phrased it that way before. I'm more just blown away by... First of all, the post, it looks like some girl I went to high school with.
There's a lot to discuss with this. I think the number one thing is this has taken over the internet, which I don't like the take when people are like, why is this news? Why are we talking about this? It's it's the biggest pop star in the entire fucking world. And she's getting engaged to a famous football player on the Chiefs that have been the best team for the last 10 years. This is going to be a story. All right. So if you're well, I don't know about Taylor Swift. That's the same. If you're a guy that's doing that, that's like a girl that goes to the Super Bowl and is sports ball. What's it's obviously it's a fucking story. Okay. So shut the fuck up. All right. You're not bigger than Taylor Swift. No one is.
Go
all
off,
right?
Jack.
Yeah. Fuck you guys. Sorry. Anyways, Taylor Swift this week posted on her Instagram. She did a collab post with Killa Trav, which is actually hilarious. Like, this will be the most viewed Instagram post ever, and it's a collab post with Killa Trav. A picture of the two of them with the caption, "Your English teacher and your gym teacher are getting married," which, like, it's so ridiculous. Like, I love the fact that, like, it's so millennial to, like, tie this to, like, high school. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, why do you have to put this in the context of high school? Like, I also will say, historically, English teachers and gym teachers are not, like, a combination that you see a lot of times, I will say. But the Friday Night Lights coach and his wife, that's a good one. I saw that one online.
One of my old teachers from high school, she posted last night on her story and said, "Hey, at Taylor Swift and at Killa Trav, that English teacher / gym teacher combo slaps. 24 years and counting. Wishing you all the best."
And, like, that is fine, sweet, whatever. But, like, there's, like, probably a million couples in the Midwest who are like, "Oh my God,
yeah,
that's us." Like, that would make my year if that happened to me. I saw another tweet that I thought was very funny. It was like, even in her engagement caption, she just, like, has to let the world know that he's dumber than her. I think that's very accurate. So, like, obviously this is taking over the internet. Everybody's posting about it. Brands are posting about it. Like, the NHL is posting about it, which, like, we get it. You're just, like, trying to, like, I had a brand deal that I had to post on Work, Retire, Die, and I'm like, this is going to flop because everybody's talking about Taylor Swift right now. It was a tough time to be a social media manager yesterday. It was a busy day. Someone was like, "How was your day yesterday?" I was like, "Well, Taylor Swift got engaged." So, like, it was actually really, really busy. I was posting a lot. I will say it's going to be interesting to see what happens with the wedding of this. I think that's going to be either a huge deal or they're going to, like, get married secretly. They'll probably have a huge fucking wedding. All right, fellas, this is something that you can get excited about with the Taylor Swift wedding. You can bet on who the maid of honor is going to be. All right. So we got Selena Gomez plus 500, Karlie Kloss plus 500, Martha Hunt, Abigail Anderson Lucier. Most of these names don't mean anything to me, but I'm going to, of course, bet them. Kelce is a dark horse. That's who I would potentially put my finger on being it. The thing about this whole story is, like, there's so many elements that are interesting. Like, the Kelce family as a whole is, like, fucking, they have a massive podcast. Kelce has a huge podcast. The mom is going on fucking season 4 of Traitors. Like, the Kelces are big. The Chiefs are big, like Patrick Mahomes, Brittany Mahomes. That's not even mentioning, like, Taylor Swift. No matter who she gets engaged to is going to be a big fucking deal. All right. So this is going to take over your feed for the next few months. Just get used to it. She's got an album coming out. Really convenient timing, I will say. I will say the one group of individuals that needs to maybe care a little bit less about this is the Reddit thread called Gaylor, which is a Reddit thread dedicated to the theory that Taylor Swift is gay. And they have kind of started to freak out. Kate, pull up a few of these tweets here. The first one we have here, not to be dramatic, but my breathing has been at a near panic attack level for 2 hours. Totally normal way to react to someone you've never met getting married. Someone goes, "Oh Christ, happy for her, but this is the worst news of my life. Worse than my granddad dying." I will say there are some football threads that are as intense as this. My Jets group chat can be this intense. So, ladies, I get it. All right. And I'm not pandering. Okay. I'm not fucking pandering. Don't say that. Topic number 2. Moving on. Second thing you need to know. Burning Man is a goddamn mess this year. Okay. Kate, are you familiar with Burning Man?
Yes.
Would you ever go to Burning Man?
No.
Good. And is that because the Orgy Dome has collapsed?
I mean,
it doesn't help.
Doesn't help. But
so this is year 39 of Burning Man.
Really?
And, like, it just keeps getting worse. Yeah. I'm sure this used to be a really cool thing that people would go to. Now it's basically like the worst people in the entire world, like, pretending to be poor and, like, hippies for a week. And then they go back to, like, not paying fucking taxes and ripping off the entire country for the other 51 weeks of the year, right? This year, the weather has been pretty bad, I would say. There's been 50-mile-an-hour winds. People are describing it as like a zombie apocalypse. We'll pull up some videos for the people that are watching this. Tents are blowing over. Things are going crazy. It does feel a little biblical. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get the richest people in the world that are, you know, doing drugs, having orgies, and you just send them the worst weather ever, and they might fucking die. We don't know.
Wasn't it really bad last year too?
It was like maybe 2 years ago, there was a bunch of like mudslides and stuff and people were
Yeah.
getting stuck. I mean, to me, the biggest tragedy is the Orgy Dome has collapsed due to winds. This has been up for 22 years. Basically, the way this works is you get in a line. I think it's 5,000 people at once are allowed in. That number might be wrong, but it seems like it's right. And you just give consent, and whoever you want to have sex with in there, you have sex with. I feel like this might be a bit of a roll of the dice. You know, like some days there's some hot people in the Orgy Dome, and some days you're just like, oh, Jesus fucking Christ, there's a bad batch today in the Orgy Dome. I would be very overwhelmed by an orgy. I just want to say, on the record, this seems like an experience I wouldn't enjoy. But STD rates are most likely going to drop from Burning Man, and that's kind of the only good news from this.
Jeez.
You know, there's like that meme where it's like only ugly people are poly. Like there's never a hot poly couple. You know, have you seen it?
Sure.
Kate's poly. I suppose. No, like I just like don't know if like any orgy that I would be invited to is an orgy that would be a fun one to participate in. So
What is that? Isn't that a quote from somebody famous? It's like, any club that has me as a member, I don't want to be a part of.
Sure,
Isn't
yes,
like
exactly. An open door policy in an Orgy Dome, like it should be a selective process. It should not be just wait in line for a few hours and you can just, because I'm like, I don't want to consent to everyone that's in the dome. You know, I'm picky. I have a type. Story number 3, Cracker Barrel has cracked. Pretty cool wordplay there. So this was a story that was big last week and has reached a head this week. Cracker Barrel changed their logo. They changed their interior. They went back against all these hundreds of years of heritage, all the things that made Cracker Barrel, and not just fucking Applebee's. They fucking changed it all, right? They basically Chipotle-ified what was once the most unique restaurant in the entire country. Of course, there was a massive backlash to this online, right? This was the new culture war. This was the new Sydney Sweeney jeans. Their stock dropped, get this, $100 million in market share. That's 13%. Because so many people online were tweeting about like how woke this was. It's not really woke. It's like, I don't think they're like going against people in the South. I think they're just owned by a private equity group and trying to make their restaurants very replicable across the country to just make more money. This is something that's happening with every fast food restaurant. McDonald's used to have the beautiful playpen, the cool roof. Now it looks like that. Pizza Hut used to have the cool roof. It used to like look like a thing. Now it looks like a fucking Starbucks, right? Cracker Barrel looks like a Sears store. Taco Bell looks exactly the fucking same. It used to be a cantina, and now it's a fucking... The point is, when you own a fast food chain, what you are really owning is the land that the stores are built on. And I read this from an article, which means I watched a TikTok about this, so it can't be wrong. Essentially, what these people want to do is, if this Chipotle, if this Taco Bell goes out of business, they sell the land and they can just flip it into a Starbucks. They can flip it into a McDonald's. In about 20 years, every fucking fast food restaurant is going to look exactly the same. People were really upset about this. And I'm like, half these people probably haven't been to a Cracker Barrel in like fucking 5 years, but anything to get likes online. Someone tweeted, in college, I worked at a Cracker Barrel in Tallahassee. I even gave my life to Christ in their parking lot. That's how much Cracker Barrel means to people. That's a country crow right there. Lana Del Rey should write a song about that. Eventually, this week, Cracker Barrel changed their logo back. They gave in to the pressure. I don't know if they're going to change the interior of their stores yet. They haven't really said anything about that. So this culture war was won. I miss culture wars that used to be like actually fun. I want them to bring back the sexy M&Ms. That was my favorite culture war when Tucker Carlson was talking about how they made M&Ms that he no longer wants to fuck anymore, about how the green M&M used to be really sexy. I think that's one that we should revisit and see if we can bring back sexy M&Ms. Topic number 4, Skibidi, Delulu, Tradwife. These words are not in the Bible, but they are in the dictionary now. This week, Cambridge added a slew of new like brain rot terms. I feel like they do this like every fucking month. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think this is one of the ways that they stay relevant is they add a bunch of words. Kate, what do you think Skibidi means without looking at it? How would you define it?
I literally have no idea. That is... I have actually no clue.
Skibidi.
Even when I look at this picture, I
Yeah,
I have no
I'm
idea.
glad we missed the window on Skibidi. There's actually a movie, Skibidi Toilet, that's being made by Michael Bruckheimer. Michael Bay. That's coming out in, I don't know when it's coming out, but it's in development.
Well, I didn't realize it was actually like an animated video. I thought that it was just something on TikTok
That
people were
would just
saying.
say,
Yeah, but it makes me feel better that there's something there.
So the definition of Skibidi, go down a little bit. Skibidi is a word that can mean cool or bad. I get that they're doing this to stay relevant online. They're doing this so people retweet. Like, oh, Riz was added to the dictionary this year. Like, mid was added to the dictionary this year. Okay. Like, as long as the dictionary is staying in business, I'm okay with it. You know what I mean? Like, don't act like you're like reading the dictionary and you're like, oh, what has happened to this world that Skibidi's in the dictionary? Like, who the fuck cares? You know, let Cambridge exist. All right. What's the next word that you want to have added from the brain rot lexicon? What's your favorite brain rot term right now? Like 67? I don't get the
What does that
67
mean?
thing.
What does that mean?
Kate and I want to do a segment where we go to local Starbucks near high schools and have them explain like brain rot stuff to us. This is the first thing I would ask because I don't know what the fuck that means. It means to leave or reject. 67 will be added.
This is probably all like, why do people at my school keep saying 67? That's so sad.
Yeah. I'm all for new words. I'm all for expanding the English language as we have to. Shakespeare would be happy. The final thing that you need to know this week is that Will Smith is struggling once again with AI. No man has been cursed by AI like Will Smith. So he's under fire right now. His latest concert footage, people are saying it looks like it's an AI-generated crowd, which it actually kind of does. All right, look at this sign. It's a child saying, this is a story all about how you saved my son's life. Can you come on stage, please? This is a boy holding the sign. Everyone's hands look weird. There's signs like, it's like, your music helped me get through cancer. And it's like, no, it didn't, dude. First of all.
Miami
saved my life. Summertime. Honestly, though, I will say this marketing is kind of working because I did not know he was on tour.
Yeah.
So now I'm aware of that. Of course, this is a follow-up to the AI news about Will Smith, the spaghetti video. Kate, are you familiar with that?
I'm actually not.
Will Smith eating spaghetti. This is a popular thing. It is a truly cursed image. If you're listening, it is a video of Will Smith eating spaghetti. This is an early version of AI. And it was an example in like 22, 23 of like how bad AI video was. It is now a test with each new iteration of AI, like the Will Smith spaghetti test. Can it make, oh my God, there's one where he's eating dreadlocks. You got to turn on the video portion of this. This shit is crazy.
Wow.
So Will Smith, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, does not have a strong grasp of AI. And that's our top 5 stories that are fit to podcast this week. Guys, we have a really exciting interview coming up with our boy, Billy Langdon. Billy, take it away. I welcome our latest guest for this week, Billy Langdon. Give it up for Billy. Billy is the star of Almost Friday TV, our sketch group.
The one star.
The only star. He's the only person in the group. He also makes videos for Entrapranure, some of my favorite videos, fake podcasting. He's not going to be ironic. Is it weird to like non-ironically podcast now? Or non-satire podcast?
No, it's okay. I've done enough to where now there's 2 different versions of me.
This is Billy, not, what's the guy's name? Brian, sorry.
Yeah, with an I-O-N.
Yes, as we all know. Billy was talking to me in the kitchen earlier this week about an incredible story, which got me fired up about the future of humanity. And I said, Bill, come on the pod. Let's chat about it. Are you ready to chat about it?
I'm ready to chat about it because this guy needs all the press.
This guy needs to be the most famous guy in the entire world.
Yes, because
bar none.
He's seen it all.
Exactly.
Most of it, at least.
The Forrest Gump of the modern era.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways. Yeah.
Truly. And there is nothing funny about what this guy did.
No. Nothing funny at all. All right, so why don't you tee it up a little bit? What did you bring us today?
I got some notes here that I'm gonna have to read off of because I'm not off book, unfortunately.
That's
on this guy's story. I want to get everything.
Yes. Missing a detail would be a catastrophe and a disservice to this man.
Yeah, who's been through hell.
He's been through hell and back.
Which he's been through hell, but he started the journey for the love of it, essentially, and to conquer this, not for the fame.
No.
Because I mean, if you think about put all of this in the context of 2025 and somebody starting it now, they would have 1 million followers so fast.
1,000%.
They'd be making so much money.
This is the last pure like challenge based thing ever.
It is.
So.
And he couldn't have picked a worse time to start this. I mean, no, there's probably a few more worse times, but you'll find out. The timing was...
Let's get out and say it before we keep teasing a little bit. This guy has been walking across the world using no other modes of transportation since 1998.
Yep.
And he's about to go back home to England pending visa approval.
Of course. Well, I think he's a native.
Okay, he is a native, yes.
Yeah,
There's a lot of visa issues in this story, but he's basically started walking in Chile, and his goal was to walk around the entire globe without using an airplane, riding a car, taking a boat, and he's almost done.
He's almost done. This is an unbroken path of walking.
Yeah.
No skipping, no nothing. Or I guess there's some swimming.
No
involved.
Skipping?
No skipping spots.
Sorry. You might have skipped.
You may not skip.
Yeah,
it's too fast.
I wonder if he did skip. Like, did he run?
I hope he got some good news one day and like just a little. There's so much walking statistically.
Yes.
There had to be a little skipping.
And this is pre like Fitbit and step counters. So he was just doing this for the love of the game.
Truly.
Again.
I mean, the iPhone was invented in the middle. Like he walked before
he was
the
like
iPhone
10
was
years
around.
into doing this.
Yeah, it was invented and it has evolved since then. So maybe he's got a step counter.
All right, so let's say his name. Say his name.
Say his name. He is not. It's like a Voldemort thing. You may not. Karl Bushby is his name.
The man, the myth, the legend.
A true man.
Yes. Not like us. We're boys.
We are little children.
We really are.
With soft city hands.
Yes.
Not like Karl
hand.
Bushby's hands. This is a 58,000 kilometer journey that he embarked upon. For the Americans out there
who don't know
that offhand,
I think.
Kate, could you do a quick conversion of that?
What is it?
I think it's 58,000 kilometers.
36,000 miles.
36,000
wow.
miles. Yeah.
Wow.
That's the whole journey. It started as
Begins with a single step, though.
one single. Imagine that first step, knowing
Wow.
how much is ahead. I wish I knew what inspired him to do this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like why? What was he running from?
He definitely was running from something.
Yeah.
He probably didn't have an amazing life.
Yeah.
He's a former paratrooper. I saw that.
Yes.
Maybe he's haunted by his deep and mysterious past.
Something that happened there.
Lost a good buddy in the war. I don't know.
But very, very manly of him.
Very manly.
To not face the problem and decide to walk.
That's what a grown man does.
To cross to the
some
furthest
people drink.
point.
Some people walk around the entire fucking world.
Because it's much easier than therapy and
no, this is much cheaper. All right, so he started in Chile in 1998. This is the summary, just a high level. He has walked across America and the Asian continent, swam 186 miles across the Caspian Sea, fought off ice lumps and polar bears, walked across the ice in the Bering Strait, and is now in Turkey, ready to go to England.
He's finally entered England.
Yes.
To walk this back a little bit, there were like 3 big inflection points in his journey.
Yes.
That were like, I can't believe he made it through. The first was the Darien Gap.
Yes.
Which people consider to be one of the most dangerous jungles on Earth.
I certainly consider it.
I've always considered it to be that.
I've been saying that
I've
for
always
years.
known it existed, and I've always said that is the most dangerous one in existence.
God, yeah. And where is the Darien Gap?
It's between Colombia and Panama.
Okay.
And it's like no roads at all. So
he's
it's just like complete open,
That's
wild
crazy.
jungle. So like outside of the natural life in there that's dangerous, obviously. And it's 200 miles of dense jungle.
That's insane.
Which he made it through. But like,
That's conquistador type shit.
yeah, this guy probably crossed over some earth that's never been stepped on before by humans.
Exactly.
But it's-
British man walking through the wilderness in South America.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And it's, what's it called? It's full of smugglers, gangs, and armed forces. And part of the reason why he picked a bad time is because while he was walking through, Colombia was an active war zone.
Got it.
And he had to like literally sneak through front lines as he was
That's
hiking.
crazy.
And could have been like shot, kidnapped, held for ransom, or just...
And he just kept going.
he
How
just
many
pushed through.
years into this was he at this point? Like maybe 2 years?
So he went from Chile up to Panama. Like, I don't know how long that took him. I think
Yeah.
pretty early. Like, definitely within the first few years, he
Sure.
was getting through this area.
Okay.
I don't know how long it took him to get through this 200-mile stretch.
Yeah, but that's the hard part.
Yeah.
So
To
he
come out.
walked through a war zone. When is Colombia not on a war zone? Actually, I don't even know if that's true, but yeah, continue.
It's been in the system.
Yeah, I actually haven't kept up with the politics there.
And then he went up through up north through the U.S. into Canada, and then back down through the U.S. like into Alaska to get to the next nightmare spot.
And this was the Bering Strait?
That was the Bering Strait.
Right, which is like how the first Americans came to America, I think.
Oh, is that true?
Yeah, like pre-Native American, that is what people say they walked across the Bering Strait, like Homo sapiens.
Went and they got to Alaska and made it.
That might be wrong, but I think it's true.
I love the sound of this. I didn't know that. That's really cool.
Yeah.
So you do wonder.
Yeah.
I guess besides the Pangea days and like settling.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild to think about the Pangea days. Hypothetically, everybody's
just walking around the world.
People have made it to different corners.
Yeah.
And then get so settled there that the continents literally, or no, sorry.
Yeah, the continents break
like,
up.
Not people, but like, obviously nobody was around then, but like animal species make it there and then sit there as the continents drift apart.
Yes, and they're just like, oh, bye.
Yep.
Yeah. Pangea doesn't feel real. It feels like something someone made up, but we'll continue later.
Well, yeah. We'll have to dig.
That's a different topic.
I like the idea that I came in that being like, it's crazy that humans were settling Pangea. And I'm like, wait, hold on, timeline.
Wait a second. This can't be. Yeah.
Species of animals that maybe eventually evolved into humans.
Yes. Okay. So this guy, he gets to Alaska and he has to go into Russia.
It's just a frozen ice bridge.
Which is crazy.
Connecting,
Yeah, so he had to go on ice.
Ice that's drifting. He drifted like 52 miles
north. That is crazy.
On the ice at one point. It's moving, and it took him 14 days of like swimming and walking across the ice.
That is so crazy.
No pit stops, no gas stations.
I don't even have
nothing.
An interesting thing to add to that except like that's insane.
It is insane.
Yeah.
And then he gets into Russia where it's like, oh, sick, I made it through.
You're like, fuck yeah, finally at Russia.
Wrong. Immediately arrested.
Yeah, I saw this. Yeah.
Yeah.
He had a lot of troubles with Russia.
They did not like him.
No, I think from like 2006 to like 2009 or something, he kept getting denied visas.
Yep.
And they would be like, you're arrested, go home. He'd have to go home, come back.
Well, he was going back to the UK?
He would go back to the UK, but then come back to continue because they were like, you have to get out of the country.
Oh, I didn't know he had to. I thought he hadn't been home yet.
No, maybe not to the UK. He's been to other, back to America.
Kicked him out to go somewhere else and they returned. Oh.
Yes.
Interesting.
But I was reading an interesting thing and with Russia, the areas were up by the Bering Strait, it's like you can only walk when it's frozen. Because otherwise it's too cold and then it's swampy.
Sure, and then you're just swimming in ice.
You can't do that. So and then your visa is only 90 days. So he's like, I can't do it. I can't do it. Like he kept doing it and getting kicked out.
That fucking
Isn't that crazy?
Sucks. And he was in jail for 3. I think they wanted him for 5 years at one point.
Yeah, which is insane. I would have given up at that point. That makes it more impressive to me is that he still is going on with it. Do you know what I mean?
No, 100%. I would have given up. I would have given up after 10 miles of walking. I actually don't think this is for me. To have the fact that it's a combination of natural and just political issues that he's facing, of the danger of a war and Russia,
and just
immigration policies.
Yeah.
And just the idea, I think it goes without saying, a Russian prison has got to be one of the scariest places.
I know. Brittany Griner knows that.
She does.
Yeah.
Hard as hell.
She does, yeah.
She came out hard as hell. You think Tyson's scary after that prison
she's
sentence?
getting a double-double these days, bro.
Yeah. So he finally does get through the legal complications in prison of Russia, gets out, and then travel down through Siberia, Mongolia, China, across the rest of Asia.
Yeah.
And that's in that period when the financial crisis hit in 2008. And then we were talking about this before the pod. Sponsors drop out.
Yeah, which why? I'm a little torn. Would I sponsor this if I was a rich man? Maybe.
I think I'm curious who these unnamed sponsors are.
Yeah.
Because there is the billionaire who doesn't even care about getting a return on this kind of sponsors.
Right.
Just
it's not right.
I like you.
I think billionaires actually should do this because they're not getting anything out of it. They're just supporting someone doing something cool.
Right. It's a return on investment kind of. It's you're not worried about the return on investment of what's in your checking account.
Exactly.
Because it's just who cares about that money? I'll take anything I want return on and put it somewhere else. So their checking account, which has,
Right. I don't know if they have a checking. Yeah, they do have a checking account.
Yeah, it's probably got $1 million in there.
He's just a weekly Venmo.
Just throw a little bit of that in there because it's getting 0.03% return.
Exactly.
So we don't know who these sponsors are that pulled out, because if this happened, this is the 2025 versus 1998 discussion. If this happened now, he'd be getting, if he wanted, brand deals
1,000%
to like do ad reads.
Yeah, like, do you remember Mike Posner walked across the country?
Yeah.
But he just like put it all on TikTok. So it's like, that's cool, but like, it's not as cool as doing it for the love of the game.
Exactly, which this guy, I guess he had no choice but to do it.
Yeah,
for
I
the
guess
love of the game.
True.
And then like even just putting it on TikTok, like minute plus videos, like you can make AdSense on that.
Yeah,
you
get TikTok revenue.
You're vlogging.
Not to get too inside baseball, but
right?
Yeah, the platforms,
they can help you out there, and like you don't even necessarily need to do brand deals depending on how much money you need to get by.
Yes.
So he loses all these sponsors, and there are days apparently where he can't eat because he's got no money. And then eventually makes it through, obviously. Get some new sponsors. The crisis passes. The iPhone's invented.
The iPhone's invented. That changes everything.
Changes everything for this journey.
Obama wins 2 consecutive presidencies.
Yeah, he comes back to America to vote.
Yeah.
Both times.
Exactly. He walked back.
And then the biggest issue, weirdly enough, he ran into is at the Caspian Sea finally, when he gets through all of Asia. And it's like you go over the Caspian Sea and you got to go back through Russia.
Yeah,
I think this
was the Ukraine war was happening at this moment. Maybe something was going on, or they just didn't like him again.
I think like he's had enough problems.
He's like I'm fucking not going back.
But I wouldn't be surprised if because considering the timeline of where we're at now, like Ukraine war is happening and he's got to go up through there.
Yeah.
Other option, drop down below Iran.
Yeah, Iran. Right.
Which he also doesn't really want to do.
Relatable.
2 really tough decisions, and he's like, I guess the third option would be to just swim across the Caspian Sea,
which is crazy.
And at this point, you can't even be just surprised by his decision.
Yeah,
because that's what he does.
So technically, he didn't walk on water. So he did swim.
He did swim.
He didn't technically walk the entire thing.
He did not. I guess.
I don't want to be that guy, but
get him
walk
on
on water, bro. Yeah, come on.
You can't walk on water. He is not Jesus, who did walk on water.
Yes.
That is in the history books.
Yes, that is a fact.
That is a fact. But that was the easiest plan.
Yeah.
He swam for 31 days and set a world record. No one's ever swum across the Caspian Sea.
Crazy. And I think he slept on boats, so he wasn't swimming nonstop. But yes, obviously still cool. Yeah.
It's cool. We can't expect him to swim for 31 days.
That would be insane. That would be
and
outrageous.
Then float or whatever.
Yeah, I'm not trying to minimize this guy. I'm just trying to visualize it for the listener.
Put it in perspective for people here. 31 days, allegedly not a good swimmer either.
Wow.
Like, kind of hates swimming, isn't great at it, but it was like, this is how he does it.
That's crazy.
And he did that.
Do you think he swam just like butterfly the entire time?
He was practicing.
It's good for my traps, bro.
He was hitting so many different. He's actually going to be in the 2024 Olympics.
Good for him, as he should.
Yeah, he's the next Michael Phelps. He got a lot of training. He did his 10,000 hours.
His back,
almost.
I am jealous of that back.
Not even close.
Bro, come on. Not even close.
31 days, 10,000 hours.
10,000 hours?
So far
off. Does that
off.
math make any sense?
That quick math was
I just
abysmal.
immediately agreed with you, though.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, that checks out.
I'm pushing so many lies between that and Pangea on this pod today. So many lies. Daily Friday is
misinformation hub.
That's why I come here. At least I'm catching myself before anyone else, unless you guys.
I think now he's in Turkey, is what I heard, and I think he is waiting for a visa to then go into England.
Yep, where his mom lives. That's where he's finishing the journey in Hull, England.
I can't believe his mom is still alive.
Yeah,
He's like in his 50s, 60s.
She's getting there. That's got to be a big motivator there too. Just like, let me get home.
I just
while my mom is still there.
You know, we've been talking about this. My one thought this entire time is like, that is just so much time alone with your own thoughts.
Yeah.
Like, no podcast, no what else you listen to when you're, no like sleepy time music, no soothing sounds when you're going to sleep. Like, that's a lot.
Nothing.
What
do you like? Because that 200 miles of jungle he's crossing. I guess there is for a lot of this, it's just crossing normal areas, and then that's where it probably gets really boring and you're just trapped. For the jungles and the ice sheets,
it'd be stressful.
It's stressful, so you're probably worried about your life.
You're probably not sleep. Yeah, you're probably like thinking about food and like where you're gonna go next. Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
but like also on those ice sheets, where's he sleeping?
I don't know.
I guess you just pop up a tent on the ice.
I guess, yeah. And I wonder, like, he must have hired some guides that are doing this alone, but like that are like know the area.
You would,
but like, how do you get in touch with those people? Do people just like hear that he's doing it? I don't know.
Go into town, and be like, is there anyone who knows the terrain?
Yeah, like I'm walking across the world. I guess.
He's like.
I guess that's like pretty
super
cool.
bashful about it. guess I'm crossing.
Yeah,
the
would
world.
anyone want to help a guy that's just like walking across the globe?
Or would that be like too much to ask? Because I've done a lot of it on my own. I really would.
Yeah, it's like it's totally fine. I just want to know if you want to join.
Yeah. But I guess how did they get anything done before Google Maps? How did you
True.
find anything?
I don't know how did you work in an office? Like, you sent faxes to each other? It doesn't make any sense.
So slow.
Yeah, so slow.
Get nothing done.
All right, so we're rooting for this guy. Get your ass home. It would really suck if he died from mysterious causes right now before he finished. Not that I'm going to plan anything.
It sure sounds like you will. It sounds like you will be.
You never know.
That would be. I mean, there's so many things that could have killed him along the way. That
Yeah.
He's now in Europe, like, God,
The COVID vaccine.
the COVID vaccine. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
He got the jab. No, I'm just kidding.
What did he
The
do?
COVID
during
vaccine
COVID?
jab. He makes it through all that. He gets vaccinated for COVID and immediately dies.
Back status?
The
Yeah.
needle, it's not even the vaccine, the needle somehow going into his body
Yeah,
kills
like
him.
just pierces his heart.
Yeah. He made it through everything and just like the smallest thing.
Nah, everybody should get the vaccine. Yeah, I mean, that's...
Get vaccinated weekly.
yeah, weekly, daily. I try to do it 3 times a day.
Yeah, if you can.
Yeah,
if you have the money.
Yeah, if you
Go get vaccinated 3 times a day.
We'll just schedule around it.
I think that's what the FDA is saying. Go double check that. But I
Yeah,
think
go,
that's
yeah.
what the FDA has been saying.
I mean, this is incredible. That gave me a lot of hope for the world. Before we transition to our next topic that we'll touch really briefly, anything else to say about
Which is equally important.
the Bushby himself?
I don't know. I know that's his wetsuit, but
That's
God, that
epic.
looks like a Jason Momoa tribal tap.
Also, just like taking a shit outside every single day for 28 years is horrible. Like, what do you like?
shitting in holes,
Wiping? Yeah.
wiping with leaves.
Yeah, it
Shitting in
sucks.
holes, wiping with dirt. That's tough. And
The
maybe he's
touch
got.
of a woman, not even a thought to him, probably.
Yeah, I wonder if he's been like woman in every town.
He's got a woman in
Kind
every-
of. He's got a
like
woman
an
in every
NBA
town.
player. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, I was like, I want to go back to fucking Panama, dude.
Yeah.
I miss that lady.
She's the love of my life. She's moved on. I'm so sorry for that.
That's okay. Billy, you are the greatest man in American life today.
And literature. I thought you were going to say literature.
You've written the great American novel. Your thoughts. Thank you for joining. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Shout out to Mr. Bushby.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Bushby and everyone on Love Island season
Something. Season something. Thank you, Bill.
No, of course.
Did you enjoy talking to Billy?
Of course. I always do.
I think that guy's incredible. I don't know if I could walk for more than 5 hours, let alone for 15 years. So that guy deserves some praise. That guy is going to be the hero of the year. But let's focus more on the micro, the heroes of the week. This is our segment. You know it. You love it. 4 people in the news that I found some crazy headlines. We're going to vote in the comments who the hero of the week was. Number 1, trainers at a marine zoo take extreme measures to stop killer whale from mating with his mother. They are pleasuring the whale. So basically, you go to school for years to become a marine biologist, and you basically spend your days jerking off a whale so he doesn't have sex with his mom. That's definitely one way to live. Number 2, the man who has had a knife in his chest for 8 years. A man goes to a hospital because his chest is leaking pus. Doctors discover a knife has been inside of him for 8 years. This photo is insane, right? It's a knife lot. He got that knife in him. You know what I'm saying? Next time you're missing your silverware, just look inside your heart. And that doesn't mean like metaphorically, it means it could be in your chest. All right. Number 3, from the University of Hawaii, Kanze Matsuzawa is from Tokyo. At the age of 20, he moved to America. He worked at a Morton Steakhouse. He watched people play football on TV and he said, I want to do that one day. He taught himself how to kick by watching YouTube videos and then walked on to the Hawaii football team and made a game-winning field goal last week. That is fucking sick. YouTube is an incredible thing. You can teach yourself how to do anything on YouTube. Shout out to my YouTube watchers right now. Throw your YTs up. Final hero of the week, the California butt-sniffer. So I don't know if we discussed this on the pod. We really highlighted this on the newsletter. About 2 weeks ago, the serial butt sniffer was arrested for sniffing a woman's butt in public. He went to jail, came back out, and he started sniffing butts again. When you love something enough, you will stop at nothing to do it. And that's how he feels about getting a big old whiff of butt. So vote below who you guys think the winner of the hero of the week is. Kate, who is your hero of those 4 people?
Probably the guy who had a knife in his chest.
Wow. I don't think he did anything exceptional, though. He
lived.
Survived. True.
He's been alive.
Hey, ain't that the truth? I'm going to give it to the Hawaii kicker. That guy's the fucking man. What a wonderful show we had today. Thank you all so much for listening. We will be back next Friday. But until then, have the best weekend of your entire life. And as always, go Jets.